Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here and welcome. So, in this quick video today, we're going to be talking about something that is extremely important and that not everybody is aware of because obviously, if they were aware of, they would act differently. So, I want you to bear with me a little bit here because I would like to give pre-frame for you the current situation and what's going on, and then we can come up with the right answer to what the problem is. So, by the way, the topic for today is marketing versus sales versus closing. That's what we want to understand because not everybody thinks that it's the same. Well, it's not. And especially if you are an agent, life insurance agent, you would think that it's the same. Marketing and sales is the same. What's the difference? Well, in today's video, we're going to be explaining exactly what's the difference. But let me just take a step back and just take you into what the current thing is happening right now. So we all know that inside the industry, the most common way of generating leads and client acquisition in general is through either referrals, through friends, bugging friends and extended family. And recently, after Facebook, it becomes through buying leads. I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend buy leads because that's another story for another day. But I would say that the referrals and the friends and family and all that, it's a good way because you are already showing up to people that knows something about you. They know where you're coming from. So there is a certain level of warmth there, and that's a good start. However, the problem with that is the fact that we are coming and we are showing up in these people's house, we sitting that, like they said, in the kitchen table, and the next thing we know, we taking and we are asking questions, and we are ending up by pitching them. And most of the time, what that happens is they feel not comfortable making a decision on the spot. So either they take the policy and they buy into it because at the heat of the moment they think that this is something that is makes sense and that will help them save, you know, in case if something happens that they are protected, which of course makes sense. But if their finances is not straight up, eventually within few months they will drop that policy because it just financially it doesn't make no sense. However, if you have a means to stay top of mind with that client and become like his shade, we can definitely turn that from completely an abrupt, a sudden decision into a decision that is well studied. People take time to make space for new expense. So they will be able to put it in the front mirror and to make sure that they have a way of finding a way of generating that expense because after all, I mean, putting a recurring expense on a day on a monthly basis and finding a space for it, not everybody has the means to do that, and we don't want to push people against the wall and ask them to make that decision on the spot. It doesn't look good, you don't come good, and even if they take it, like I said, and buy into it, they will if there is a higher chance that they will drop that policy later on, and you won't be the person who they will call once they want to buy it another time because they just gonna feel not comfortable making that they already dealt with you and they feel that it's not the right, so they prefer go for somebody else. So from all aspects, we are talking about shoving a decision on people's throat without, and we're talking about 300, 400, 500 dollars installment, recurring monthly installment into somebody's expense. That's not easy. That's really not easy. So what is the alternative? How are we going to solve this problem? Well, I think the as I mentioned before, and you're gonna hear me if you subscribe to this channel, you're gonna hear me speaking a lot about organic marketing. So organic marketing is the answer. But for today's sake, I just want to speak about the difference between the three elements which constitute what is it that we are trying to do here. So the first thing is marketing. And what is marketing? Marketing is basically the act of changing belief in with the intent of selling. So uh, it has to do with the belief people are telling themselves. So this is basically what marketing is, and there are a lot of definition. Marketing can be marketing is the changeable. There are a lot of definitions, but this is I really find this to be a great definition because in the long term, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change belief, and marketing is a tool to do that. And the way we do that, the way why I mentioned earlier, you want to stay top of mind with these people because marketing allows you to stay top of mind and accompany your audience along a certain specific journey. And at that journey, you show up on a daily basis, and within few months, that decision simmers and they feel people feel comfortable moving on. And at that time, they can raise their hand and say, "Hey, are you still there? I'm interested." And at that moment, it's very convenient and it's very light decision to make. But if you try to push it too hard, it becomes something that it doesn't come across as nice. So the second thing, what is sales? Sales is the act of presenting an offer and overcoming objections. That's it. So when you go and you have that kitchen table meeting, what you do at the end of the meeting is you basically making a sales. So you are pitching and you tell them, okay, this is how it's gonna look like. This is what it's gonna cover. This is what's going to be covering, and the cost is $500 a month. So what do you think? Most people, they start looking around, they start looking each other and start trying to justify themselves, and it's not a nice place to be. So we want to make sure that we are accompanying our dream customer, our audience, our prospects every single day so that they can come to us rather than we go to them. Because again, you're going to hear me saying this again and again. We don't want to be selling when we want to be selling when our prospects is ready. Okay, and finally, closing is the logical reason why they need to act now. So basically, buy one get one free, or you want to act now since there is an opportunity to cover your kids while there is a while things are good. So there is always a way of framing a logical reasons why to act now, and the closing comes to reinforce if you did the great marketing and the great sales, then the closing it's really a no-brainer. So this is generally how what's the difference between the three elements. I think if you the problem with let me say it this way, the problem why we find hard time closing people is because the marketing we don't put enough weight on the marketing. If the marketing there is enough weight, we put so much weight on the marketing, we show up daily with our content, we spoke to people once a month, we follow up with them when they say I am not ready right now, I may be ready in few months, we take notes and we keep showing up, all that thing, and we deliver content that really change beliefs and really help them understand what are the cons and the pros. All these things help make that decision way easier than if we just show up from nowhere and try to make that pitch. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here. This is a huge topic. I don't want to make it too long. I want to focus on one thing at a time. And for the topic of today, it was very important that we understand these three elements because based on these, we're going to be able to frame the rest of our course and the rest of the. By the way, I'm delivering a serious course in this channel. If you are a life insurance agent or in general a financial agent, then this is your place to be. Make sure to subscribe because I really looking to help the community in a very substantial manner. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thank you for listening, and talk to you next time.